Mind if we skip the pleasantries, since we're short on time? If what the guide says is true, in order to retrieve the Ironheart that's here, there's something we have to understand first. The entry device to the Hagios Prime hands was destroyed a long time ago, and neither we nor the Vulgus could gain entry. But now they've just sauntered in there and connected the Ironheart to the Prime hands. I think this whole thing has something to do with this intel on Eamon. Here.
This is Zachary of the 22nd Recon Squad. A surveillance drone in the Hagios corrupted zone has tracked the movements of the high-ranking Vulgus, Eamon. We're unable to access the data remotely due to our signal being jammed. The surveillance drone needs to be retrieved for the data to be confirmed. Our recon squad has been scattered by a Vulgus attack. Requesting backup.
This communication was received by HQ a few hours ago. Not long after, a pillar of light appeared in Hagios, and Corell's fleet began to move. I think Eamon found something in the corrupted zone that allowed them to enter the ruins. Looks like we need to find Eamon before we can get the Ironheart. Don't you think I'm the best person for that job? With my Arcade ability? The other Descendants can help with the mission to detach the Ironheart.
No, Jabber. We all need to go together. You should focus on your capabilities, while we handle the battle missions. It would be wise to gather intel on the nearby area first. We will need the recon squad's help to establish Eamon's location.
Oh, well, this suddenly turned into a cooperative mission. Well, I guess it should be fine, so long as I don't have to work with loud people like Blair or Luna.
This is Zachary of the 22nd Recon Squad. Zachary, we've identified an allied signal. Please respond.
Zachary, this is the Descendant Jabber. We received your intel.
Allied signal, please respond. Communications are unstable.
Looks like the jamming signal is still active. Take care of the Vulgus. I need to secure high ground to surface the communications grid.
Goddamn comms grid. This is Zachary. Sending our location now. Please confirm if you're able to breach the siege and join us here.
Coordinates confirmed. We're not far away. We need to clear a path first. This is Jabber to the 22nd Recon Squad. Securing nearby area and joining you. Over. There are enemies blocking our path. We need to get through them to pass.
This is Zachary. The enemy has cordoned off the nearby area, so proceed with caution. Over.
The data the recon squad collected is sending out a signal from these coordinates. The recon data needs to be collected before it's erased. If we don't go and get it, that hard-won data will be lost. Confirming retrieval of recon data. Please continue with the operation as originally planned.
Descendant, I've dispatched a search drone. Requesting an escort for the search drone and investigation of traces of the scattered recon members.
I'll operate turrets to keep the surrounding area secure, and I'll leave the escorting to you. It's a Vulgus ambush.
Approaching Allied signal confirmed. Descendant, they're not far away. Be waiting for them.
Alright, based on the analysis of the material, we should be able to pinpoint the locations of the dispersed members. Zachary, we've broken through the Vulgus blockade. We're trying to pinpoint the locations of the scattered recon squad members.
Understood. Thanks for the support.
I don't need thanks. What I need is the recon squad surveillance data.
Roger that.
You don't seem to be very friendly with your teammates, Jaber.
We're all just pieces on the chessboard of war. We can be best buds after we've won.
'22 Recon Squad awaiting mission. HQ, the Descendants have arrived. I repeat, the Descendants have arrived. HQ, do you copy? Ah, damn it. Ah, Descendant. You saved my life back there. I'm Zachary, 22nd Recon Squad member. So, do you know what the hell is going on? Comms have been down the past few days, we've had no backup. And then suddenly Eamon appears, and now there's some strange beam of light shooting down from the sky. I thought the Vulgus were launching an all-out assault and nearly crapped my pants. What? I was right? Oh, that's one thing. But the comms... Did you say you only received it a few hours ago? No way. It's been more than 48 hours since I transmitted those comms. I can't believe you've only just received the comms I sent a few days ago. Have you detected the Vulgus jamming your signals at all? Ah, so that's why backup was delayed. And why we weren't getting comms from HQ. So, when we saw reinforcements weren't coming, we had to put together a team of scouts to retrieve the surveillance drone ourselves. We lost many soldiers in the process, and the drone was damaged. I was planning to recover the drone's memory logs and take them directly to HQ. But as you know, we can't use the arcade warp device. What do we do now? Is the situation foobar?
Don't worry. I designed this surveillance drone. I optimized its field performance so that you can use Vulgus parts for emergency repairs. Zachary, can we get these parts nearby?
Yep, we can definitely find them around here. I'll walk you through what you need to do.
If we can access the information captured by the drone, we can bridge that 48-hour gap in no time. Keep at it. The operation is simple. Shake up the enemy lines there, and find the parts needed to repair the turrets here. Here come the enemy defense forces. I'll begin working once the commotion starts. Create more chaos. It's still not enough.
Loading.
Enemy reinforcements have arrived. Divert their attention. I found the parts needed for the repair.
No chance!
disturbance needs to be louder. But blow up something. Their communications facility would be good.
No. Reload.
Vulgus are using 2 channels to communicate. There's likely another comms facility nearby.
Reload. No. Loading.
Hit the elite enemies. They're hidden deep within the depths. I'll use the opportunity to snag the repair parts. Yeah. Elite enemy units. They were hiding here, just as expected. Great. Operation completed. Since we can't just wait for HQ to send support, we'll have to find another way. Let's get the necessary parts first. There are a few that can be replaced with physical parts from Vulgus. Go and gather the parts from their mechanical bodies.
Reload.
I've spotted something looking to steal parts. Proceed with caution.
Loading.
All right, this should be enough. Thanks for your work. Ah, damn it. I just noticed I'm missing a very essential part. I hope you'll be able to get it. There should be a generator supplying power in that facility. I need those generator parts. Find whoever has the radio wave neutralization device. You need that to shut down the generator. Confirming generator shutdown. All you have to do now is bring those parts. Hold on. Enemy reinforcements spotted.
Let's go.
Given the situation, it'll be better to eliminate them from the inside. I'll provide support from the outside.
Reload.
Alerting Descendants. The enemy's elite Vanguard forces have been spotted. They are now the highest priority target. The operation has been confirmed a success. And as expected, the Descendant is also safe.
That should be enough parts to repair it. All we need to do is get it to boot in safe mode. The data the drone recorded is the most important thing. Bring the parts to the outpost. Huh. According to the data captured by the drone, Eamon's most recent destination was a naturally formed cave. It doesn't seem to have any tactical value. That being said, there's a high number of Vulgus troops going in and out of the cave. Construction materials and heavy equipment. There's a lot of high-tech equipment being brought in too. They wouldn't be there without a reason. We need to initiate a search operation now. Could you handle the cave? I'll seal off the entrance to stop the enemy getting reinforcements, or retreating. Zachary will cover us from enemy snipers with his scout rifle. We don't have much time. Let's move.
Descendants. There's a few important things to keep in mind for this operation. And I have a personal favor to ask of you as well.
Recon squad, reporting. When you get near to the cave, be on guard for the commander-level Vulgus who is stationed there. He's a cyborg Vulgus called Keldir. He's part of a specialized sniper unit that uses anti-matter ammunition. I managed to damage his visual sensors last time I engaged him. But he can still use his auxiliary sensors and sound functions to launch deadly attacks. Fighting him could be a challenge, even for a Descendant. And as for my personal request, well, if you do run into Keldir, I'd like to be the one to finish him. I lost a lot of good men to that piece of crap Vulgus. If I'm not the one to take him out, I'll regret it for the rest of my life.
Zachary, emotional soldiers are no use in a war.
Are you telling me not to avenge my men?
No. If you're gonna do it, just make sure you're smart about it. We'll give you all the support you need, so don't be a hero about it. Whether it's the head or the heart of that Vulgus. We'll get you what you need.
Understood.
It is as Lord Aemon said. The Descendants have arrived. Initiating extermination protocol. Destroy all traces of excavation. Activate all defense measures. To the entity who slays the Descendants, Lord Aemon will bestow a new body prosthetic and independent persona.
Excavation. They really are hiding something. The Vulgus signal from inside the cave was also very strong. Guide, can you identify anything of significance?
I am unable to detect any traces of the Iron Heart or void energy from here. However, I am picking up a very familiar phase pulse. Definitely. Descendant, please look on the opposite side of the cave. Jaber confirmed there is heavy equipment and high-tech facilities there. The answers will be there.
Initiate section containment. Activate high-energy laser defense. The Descendant has entered the kill zone. Block all access roads. Initiate attack in a siege formation. Claim the kill. Execute the Descendant. Be rewarded through body prosthesis and persona.
Broken up the partition control function into rows. If you destroy all the controllers, partition can be manually controlled from this side.
Destroy all of them for me.
No. Get ready. Shields are offline.
It's done. Containment partition has been lifted. The laser traps are on a separate circuit. We can't control it from here, so we need your skills.
Shield. Down. Damn it. Shield. Stop. Back away. Reload.
There's an operational Vulgus terminal ahead. Connect your receive to the terminal. I'll try to control the decommissioned passageway remotely.
Descendant, do you remember the phase shift gate that was at the Prime Hand's ruins? I think I understand. It seems the waves I can detect are the same as the ones from that phase shift gate.
Are you saying there's a phase shift gate here? I'm pretty sure the gate you mentioned was installed in front of the Hagios Prime Hand's ruins. It's the only way to enter the ruins, but it's been sealed ever since it was first discovered. And this isn't the ruins. So what is it, really?
We should be able to find out soon. The wavelengths become stronger the deeper we go. Descendant. Over there. The Vulgus were excavating a phase shift gate here.
So it really wasn't just a cave. But how the hell did Eamon figure this out?
Eamon has been well versed in the details and capabilities of such facilities for a long time. However, there is no time to stand and watch. We must find out what information Eamon was able to obtain here.
Be careful of the Vulgus reinforcements as well. They've started to come through the cave entrance.
Go.
Your rank is low, and you have no record of slaying a descendant. I am depriving you of this opportunity. I will face them myself. You cannot receive new eyes to kill a human without arcade. Even 1,000 kills is not enough.
Nice spice of loot for Zachary. As I expected, the head really is the best part.
Go. Shields are offline.
Descendant. There is a terminal which is linked to the phase shift gate. Please connect me to it. There was more than one phase shift gate. The Vulgus have already excavated and taken several. The damage to the last remaining one here was so severe, it seems they abandoned their excavation of it. I detect phase wavelengths erupting from the damaged parts.
The first surge was much stronger than the one we had just now. That's why there was a jamming signal generated across Hagios. We could use this when attacking. It might come in handy when we face Corell's fleet. When you report on the operation, check on the status of the Ironheart detachment. We're still working on the jamming signal, so our comms won't be able to reach all the way out there.
Do you need information? What about? Descendant, what's the status of the Hagios operation? We haven't received any comms. We were getting worried. What did you say? The recon squad's communication was sent 48 hours ago? That doesn't make any sense. How have the Vulgus developed advanced tech warfare capabilities? Run the details by me again, please? Alright, so Eamon was excavating a phase shift gate in the hidden ruins, and he discovered that the damaged device emitted quantum waves which acted as jamming signals. I see. I understand that he would have taken advantage of such an opportunity. It seems luck is not on our side. If we'd received this report sooner, we could have acted on the information. But at least we have some useful intel, even if it didn't reach us at the right time. If we can find the excavated phase shift gate, we'll still be able to achieve our goal. I'm more concerned with the operation at the White Knight Gulch. It's taking longer to detach the Ironheart than we expected. At this rate, it may not be completed by the time Corell's fleet arrives. We've already had reports of Vulgus forces appearing near to the gulch. We're running out of time. I wish there was some way that we could turn things around. We'll just have to do the best we can on both fronts for now. Please continue with the operation.
Wait, are comms back up? Is this Jaber's received signal?
Blair, why are you in the Hagios?
It is you, turret boy. It's nice to hear your voice. Have you eaten? What would happen to me? Well, it's a long story. There was the Vulgus forward base and these weird cargo trucks. I ran into all sorts of things. While all that was happening, comms were down and the guide was nowhere to be seen. There were a lot of enemies and that weird beam of light phenomenon. Everything was nuts.
The gist. Give me the gist. Vulgus base, cargo trucks. Actually, just send your current location. I should hear this in person.
That sounds good to me. I'll send you the coordinates. You send me updates on what's been going on at your end.
This is off the record, okay?
Over here. Come on in. Have you eaten? Damn. Jaber sent me the sit rep. Things have really hit the fan. Oh, you asked why I was here. I heard the scouts were having a difficult time of it, so I snuck in to make them a warm meal. A kind of surprise event. But the real surprise was prepared by Corell. God damn it, he seems like someone with no table manners. So no change there. Anyway, the Vulgus passed through this way not long ago with a convoy of cargo trucks loaded up with a ton of stuff. When I tracked the convoy with the scouts, we found some kind of Vulgus forward base. It looked like it had been built in a hurry, but the security was no joke. What's worse, there was a commander-level Vulgus with heavy armor and high-powered weapons. He chased us, the bastard, and when we called for backup, there was no response. We ended up fighting for several days while being totally surrounded when suddenly a beam of light appeared from somewhere near the ruins. Maybe that fat-ass commander was also distracted by the beam of light because he stopped attacking, and we were able to retreat. Just. By the time we managed to regroup, the only ones of us left were Dominic here and me. Had I known what would happen, I would have brought my friends more than just a meal. It was their last supper, in the end. Which is why, if you're going to that Vulgus forward base now, you need to let Dominic and me tag along. They flipped the table in front of the chef, and it's time to teach them some real table manners. Also, if you want to prevent them from getting the Ironheart, you're gonna need more people. Dominic will show you the way to the forward base. Let's head there and turn up the heat.
Why do more and more people keep getting involved?
'22 Recon Squad, awaiting mission. Nice to meet you. My name's Dominic. I'm a scout accompanying Blair. In order to get to the Vulgus forward base, you have to secure this area first, as it's our main route. There's also a number of important additional tasks to do. Blair's already familiar with this terrain. I'll fill him in on the mission separately. You'll need to follow the instructions given by the Recon Squad. Or what's left of it, anyway, as Zachary and I are the only ones who survived. Anyway, good luck. Oh, by the way, I heard from Zachary. His troops were hit pretty hard, but I heard you took the enemy to task and helped Zachary get his own back. Thanks for that. And Blair, your meal was also very tasty. I feel like I always owe you Descendant something. When this battle is over, I'll buy you a drink in Albion on behalf of my entire team. I promise.
Dominic, that's what you call a death flag right there. Soldiers are superstitious, you know that.
Okay then, I'll bake you a pie or something after the war is over. Not even you can top my mother's recipe.
Keep it up, you joker. Them's fighting words right there.
Just ignore the hairball, Dominic.
Descendant, collect the data from the recon drones. We'll use it to pinpoint the enemy's location. If that data isn't collected quickly, it will be lost. You have to hurry. Confirming data transfer. I'll analyze the enemy's position and relay it to all operation personnel.
All right, is everybody ready to turn up the heat? This next operation will be a diversion.
While you're attacking here, Blair will clear a path to their front base.
Sous Chef, whip up something with the Vulgus, please. They're heading your way.
The enemy force is larger than expected. You should exercise caution. Detected Vulgus signals coming from inside. Watch out for any possible ambushes that may be waiting for you. There's a substantial force stationed here as well.
Defense Commander begs. Relaying orders. Stop the Descendant. Prove your loyalty and achieve new glory.
That voice. It sounds like the Vulgus commander who attacked us. Is that right, Dominic?
You would be correct. It's my greatest wish to be rid of that bastard. Descendant, the operation is a success. Great work out there. We've identified a large-scale Vulgus supply transport. Sending the coordinates to your receive now. The enemy is blocking all movement to our target point. We need you to break through.
Keep trying.
You should be able to see where the enemy is blocking entry. Your target is the supplies that are inside. The supplies are Kuiper ores secured by the enemy. You need to quickly destroy all Kuiper which has already been exposed to Vulgus energy.
Shields are offline.
The strategic point has been secured and the enemy supply network has been dealt a heavy blow. Great work.
Good. Now that we've gained control of this much of the area, I think we can start attacking their base directly. I've marked where to regroup. Let's get moving.
I wish we could find some clues on how to access the Prime Hands.
Over here. Okay, let's see what we have to do here then. So, we have to locate the phase shift gate that Eamon discovered and analyze it to figure out how it was done. That's easy enough. Jaber and the guide can do the analysis while the infiltration team fight their way into the base and wreak havoc. I want Dominic on higher ground to get eyes on the base and provide sniper support as necessary. I'll head out first. You guys follow me later.
Shields are offline. Shields are down. They need to be recharged.
We're off to a good start. We found their cargo. It's an excavated phase shift gate from the cave.
We need to find out how the Vulgus used this. If there is a Vulgus terminal inside the base, please connect me to it.
Reload. Shields are down. Need to be recharged. No chance.
Use the Vulgus terminal. We need to seize a security master key and decrypt it. I'll try to open the case remotely. Once I disable the physical security, attack the cargo box and get the key.
Shield. Down. Shield. Shields are offline. Reload.
I'll search for a terminal that can be accessed internally. Wait here. The place where we spotted a signal is the point where a connection should be possible. Over to you, guide. I hope you'll be able to find some useful information.
The enemy has been extracting quantum energy that was stored inside the phase shift gates. There is a separate facility where energy is extracted and controlled. We must find this place.
If that's the case, we have no other option except search the entire base.
Descendant, once you've done everything you need to do, you need to destroy the power source so that Vulgus can no longer use it.
Down. Need to be recharged.
I'll mark the location of the power units.
Take this. Reload. Loading. Charge!
Power units have been destroyed. Excellent work.
According to the information found in the terminal, a fleet beacon, which transmits directly to the Vulgus battleships and their comms, is installed here. If we match the frequency of the jamming signal to the beacon coming from the cave, Corell's fleet will be unable to receive up-to-date information due to the increase in delay time.
Uh-huh. And how about in plain English?
I don't know how much simpler I can make it. If this operation succeeds, we can paralyze the entire Vulgus communications for about 48 hours, just like they did to us. Does that work?
Yes, that's the explanation I needed. I like this operation. Let's give them a taste of their own medicine.
Found the device that controls the fleet beacon. If we destroy that, the beacon will be exposed.
Shields are offline. Shields are down. They need to be recharged.
The control unit neutralizes signals using the enemy's shockwave generator. It's using a principle similar to one for a barrier generator. If there are Vulgus within range, I won't be able to establish the jamming signal. You need to eliminate them for me.
Loading.
This is the final step. It's the first time I've done this, so there was some trial and error. All right. Any information Corell sends will now be delayed. It's a good thing I analyzed that jamming signal. Let's see if we can use this variable to our advantage in the war.
This is Zachary. The enemy's anti-aircraft fire is making it difficult for Albion transport planes to land.
Zach, watch out. There's an anti-air railgun installed at this base. Tell the transport plane pilot to stand by. Descendant, the device that controls the enemy anti-air guns is at the target zone. You'll need to get past the enemy's defense first.
Shields are down. Need to be recharged.
The target device is inside. When you get close, Eckert will attempt to neutralize it remotely. Eckert, you need more time to disable the control unit.
The Vulgus has blocked comms. Looks like we'll have to destroy it ourselves.
Descendant, it's time for physical action. Control unit spotted. Transmitting to your receive. You have to destroy it. Hurry.
Out! Shields offline. Loading. Shields are down. Need to be recharged.
One more control unit remaining. Zach, the enemy anti-air artillery have been neutralized. Help guide the transport planes to land.
Reload.
Master Amon, the forward base is under attack. Descendants are approaching the ruins. We need reinforcements. Master Amon, what is going on? Why does he not reply to our communications? I will send my personal commando unit for now. The Descendants must be stopped.
transport plane carrying the heroes is returning to Albion, relaying our thanks for your support.
The heroes?
The men of the recon squad. We're sending back the bodies of our teammates we were able to recover.
Thank you for all your hard work, Zach. I'll make my way back shortly.
Descendant, there is a way we can track the whereabouts of the phase shift gate. I will personally synchronize with the search drone and look for energy traces. The drone that I was connected to will eventually malfunction due to its circuits overloading. But we have no time to look for another method. To use the drone for as long as possible, we must lower its output. This will slow it down, but it protects the drone's circuits for longer.
Shield.
The phase shift gate seems to have passed through this area. I can detect a faint energy signal. Vulgus signals are interfering with my search. All the Vulgus who are obstructing the tracking must be removed. All I can do now is follow the faint traces I can sense.
Offline.
It seems they stored the device here. There are lingering traces of a large amount of energy.
Go.
Descendant, I believe I may know where the energy traces have gone. I will send you the coordinates.
These coordinates are close to the Prime Hand's ruins. The Vulgus signals are already going crazy.
I was gonna join Zachary. Are you sure you won't need me on support?
Compared to the Vulgus that are gonna swarm the White Knight Gulch and Albion, this is nothing.
And I've got all the support I need. And your promise of homemade pie at the end of it all. There's no way I'm dying without a taste of that.
Yeah, that's a death flag.
Ah, damn it! I'm sure I'll be okay.